what? I should probably share this. Oh, my bad. I forgot to deafen. It's so weird how that happens. Hold on. I'm gonna move this over here.
Jupiter.
Oh, I guess YouTube fixed it.
In a hospital.
Guess YouTube fixed it. So the album is up on YouTube, so you can go listen to it. I guess. Cool. I can just press this. I haven't streamed in like a week.
Patrick, did you or did you not open my bag of carbon monoxide in the Krusty Krab?
I'm just saying, hypothetically, I would be closing.
Squidward speaking. Patrick, did you or did you not open my bag of carbon monoxide in the Krusty Krab?
I'm just saying, hypothetically, I would be closing.
New Life Street, Squidward speaking. There is no way I am moving back there, SpongeBob. I am finally among my own kind. Now, goodbye. 304 New Life Street.
The only time like I hear 304 and I think about 304, it's like Ho Phase. That's a whole face. um I called out of work today because I quite literally can't work right now. Oops. Hold on. There we go. The fall off. So YouTube fixed my thing where now the album is out because I screamed at YouTube on Twitter. It's got 1 view. There's a thing where big streamers, they go and like they start new channels, right? And there's no one watching them, right? There's no one watching them, and they actually lose it because it's like, how do we function as small streamers? You know, I think about that sometimes. I'm like, how do we function? How do I function as a small streamer with no one in chat? You know, I don't know how I function. And I'm trying to get to a point where I don't really feel a way about, like, because when it comes to my peers, they always have people in chat, but it's because, why am I liking my own video? It's because, one, they put in the work, and two, they have a schedule, and for me, that's hard to live by. But I kind of need it. I need a schedule. You know. And
you guys are super enthusiastic about that last performance. It was absolutely astonishing. Now,
like,
to recognize this person on this list.
I don't know, I don't want to say
But I guess we might anyway.
I'm gonna do it because that's hard
Mr.
to commit
Stereo
to.
High Def, enter the scene. Hello.
You know, it's hard to commit to, especially given that I have a ton of obligations to fill, and I, you know, I know I haven't really been streaming all like that, and that's because, like, well, one, I've been working, but two, I haven't trusted the process enough, you know. Um, I'll be honest, I'm scared to trust the process. I'm very scared to do that, you know. Because I'm in a state of being comfortable, and when stuff happens, you know, I want to move somewhere and like get stuff done, and it's never really something that I should do, you know. And that bothers me to an extent. I think, like, there is so much potential in me doing what I want, and I'm just too afraid to take that plunge. And it angers me a bit because I want to take that plunge, but there's just so many outside sources that tell me no. And I listen to those outside sources instead of, like, trusting the process, you know, and going into things that I don't know. don't know. I guess it just got to a point where I was just tired of waiting. I need to do something. Because I feel like if I stay in the same place, I'm just never gonna, you know, I'm never gonna progress. I'm just gonna stay in the same, the same spot with no money. And how am I gonna move? You know? I have to learn to trust in God's timing. And just trust in God in general. And I moved terribly. You know? Two bots in one stream. That's a known. I guess I'll just wait. I guess I'll just wait. It's been hard to wait on stuff because, it's been hard to wait on things because it's like, when is it gonna happen? Fine, I need to do it myself. Even when I don't really need to. Oh no, I feel like I got myself in a pickle. And I was talking to my brother about it, last night. He's like, I don't trust that person with you. Not you with that person, but that person with you. Because there's a chance I could get essayed. And I gotta end it before it begins. And oops. The goal right now is to get my license and hopefully get a car. I want to do that by the end of the year. That's my goal for this year, is at least getting my license. And if I get a car, that will be even better. But like, just a license is good for now. You know, learn the regiments of, like, just make more money, right, than what I'm doing currently. Because I'm not really making much money at all. I know people told me to quit that job. And I've thought about it, you know. See, one of the big problems I have is just being too afraid. I just kind of let people walk over me, you know, do what they want. I just kind of let people do what they want. You know, like, I shouldn't. I've gotten better at it, but I still have that problem to this very day. That's cute. So, snake. Okay. whole lot of work. Work I suck at doing. You know, sometimes I wonder. I haven't done this yet. Because I don't know. I don't know how to stream at all. I'm like, what do I do? I've been doing this for 7 years, and you know, I keep asking this question, like, what do I do? How do I navigate this? Hey, Akane. Wait, it's Riri, right? I know your name is different on here, so my brain is like stupid and can't remember. I'm okay. Surviving. I don't know what to do right now, so I've just been kind of sitting here. Do you guys like it when I'm just silent? I don't say anything for a good period of time. How do you want your streams to feel? I guess chill. But I don't know if that really acquaints to the identity. Do I have any chill games that I like? No. I do like to draw. I do like to draw. I typically draw on here. Like, I draw and make music, but it's kind of hard right now to draw when I got arthritis, so that's making it hard to do stuff. Like, I can show some of my work. Yeah. Like, I typically do that, but like, sometimes I'm like, I want to deviate from it to an extent, like, sometimes, just to add a bit of variety. I also make music, but I don't really stream it. It's not chill. I mean, I can change it. I gotta do something, I gotta do something with the mic. Just been very lazy about it. Not really something I'm proud to say. I use a lot of these to sleep at times. Like, if the day is like, I don't know, there's a lot going on during the day, and you just kind of, you want to unwind. Hi, thanks for following. Hey, let's text it. Salut. I'm doing alright. I just have, like, in general, a very chill like atmosphere. So, like, as a person, I'm very chill. At least I try to be. There is a hug redeem. Yes, there is. So you can hug anyone in chat if they need a hug. Or you can hug me. You know? I thought it would be cool. Let's see. and show off some of my work. Like, this is something I'm currently working on. Hold on. Oh. This image right here. Yeah. Hold on. Disable that image. So, this is something I'm currently working on. It's nowhere near done yet. One of my favorite pieces of 2 years ago would probably have to be, if I can find it. If I can find it. Here we go. Drawing is a huge passion of mine. You know, I just realized something. The display capture is on, and not the. Oops. That's my folder. There we go. You were low-key reminding me I should have fun with my life. You should. You know, life is important to, like, live, not just exist. You know, I struggle to live sometimes. And, like, when it comes to art and music and stuff like that, I genuinely have fun. Like, I can show you what I mean by this is one of my favorites. Like, every piece of clothing here is removable, and there is a bikini underneath that is also removable. I haven't done anything else, so there's no non-safe for work. And this is a drawing I drew in like 2023. I feel like lately I have been not satisfied with my current work, you know. And that's just because I wasn't really having fun with it. I just wanted to get it done. And these were commission works. This is like an original work of my own character. So, like, I spend as much time as I want on it. You know, I'm not worried about a deadline or anything. You know, I'm trying to learn how to not because like how do I say this? When certain people, when they do things, I myself included, when you finish something, you're like, on to the next one. I gotta keep pushing, It gets to a point where you burn yourself out. And, you're so worried about that next milestone you're gonna hit, the next check or whatever. And you don't really appreciate or realize what you have currently. That's me. I do that all the time. Yeah, it's for money. I don't hate that I get money for it. I hate when I don't feel satisfied in the work, or they don't feel satisfied in the work, because I will work with people to make sure it's like they love it, I'll make changes if I need to, like, even if it annoys me, just tell me what you want. And I'll do the best of my ability to make that work. Because when it comes to, especially customer service, I want to deliver on that, Yeah. Because, like, we live in an era where nobody has money. We're, like, stuck in poverty. So we're like, I need money. I'll do anything for money. And then you get the money, and then you still don't feel happy. You don't feel happy at all, because it's like, I'm not happy with what I'm putting out. Whether it be music or art or whatever you do. Living with that voice for 3 years. Just like, I'm not satisfied with it. The money's cool, but I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. Oh. Yeah. It's just like my job. I go there every day. I leave. I make my money. It's not very much. I'd rather be doing this. I'd rather be streaming or drawing or like making music, like fueling my passion. passions, but when I go to that job, I leave tired. I called out today because of my arthritis, because I can't really work like this. A part of me is like, that's the only security I have. It's just working this job and getting money that's just gonna go in like a week. Because I have obligations. I gotta pay bills, and I have to get groceries. I have to do this, that, and the other. But I'm also advised to save my money. You know? So it's hard. And I'm angry, you know? Because it's a cycle. It's a cycle that repeats itself. It just repeats, it repeats, it repeats. And then when you don't work, you don't get money for that day. So it's just like, what am I gonna do? You know? Yeah. Like, in a way, we are stuck in slavery. Everything is so expensive. It makes you make really bad decisions because you want to get out of that situation, but that's hard. It's hard to get out of that situation. And then it's like, your passion just kind of dies. I don't stream as much. I haven't picked up a pencil and I haven't drawn in so long. I make beats, but it's like, mainly it's practice, but I feel like I'm losing it. And then you get that moment where it's just like, I'm gonna get fired at any day. And then for some reason, this peace comes over you, like I'm free. You know? But in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, my family's gonna get mad at me if I get fired. If I do something crazy. If I get fired or anything like that. Parents are gonna be on my head. You need to find a job. You need to find a job. Trust me, I've tried looking. I'm tired of working 9 to 5s. I want to do what I enjoy as a job. And I know that can be a double-edged sword because, like, some people get tired of that even. It really depends. But we gotta keep it pushing. Because if you're no longer here, then you can't make accessible changes. Right? You know, it falls on us being afraid to take leaps. Because you may be surrounded by so many people that tell you different things. Like, there are some people who are just like, stay at your current job because it's the only job you got. It's the only job you can really get right now. Even though you're underpaid. Then you have this inkling to quit. Okay. So I have tried to quit my job. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And failed every single time. Yes. How do you fail at quitting a job? That is just how reliable I am. But I felt peace. It's the first time I really felt like I wasn't in a prison in a while. People get jobs fast, get money fast, like even they are not trying hard, they just do the best. Yeah, it's easy to get money. It's hard to keep it. You know? It's so hard to keep money. Right? My LiveInHD died also. Yeah, it's not fun, you know? Sorry, I was going on a bit of a tangent. Yeah, it's like, it's not easy. It's so easy to get money. When you work these jobs, it's so easy to get money. You have money, and then you have to use it for something. You gotta use it for something. Oh, you gotta use it to get this fixed. You gotta use it to pay your rent. You gotta use it to get groceries for your house. You gotta use it to pay your internet bill. You gotta use it to like pay your life insurance. You have to use it for everything. I have to pay my student loans. Oh, I have to use it for that. The next thing you know, that $800 turns into $200, and then $100, and then $65, and then nothing. Because I have to use money for Ubers. Because it's really hard for me to get my license right now. And I'm trying to get my medicine so I can be back in full swing. Then I have to save up for a car. But I'm still here. you know? I'm still here. I know it, like, I was saying this earlier, that, trust the process. It's hard to trust the process, you know? Especially when you have so much going on. You know, you have so much going on that you're like, screw the process. I want it now. I gotta do something. If I don't do anything, then nothing's gonna happen. When I say trust the process, I mean trust in God's timing. You know, because He's made a way out of no way great many times for me. So I know everyone doesn't believe in God, but I might as well say it, because why? You know, why not? That's my belief, and you know, that's what I say, you know. And you see people around you, they're getting money. They're getting paid. And then you're like, I'm not getting paid. You have people who are younger than me. They got a license, they have a car, they're making good money. They got their own place at 18, 20. They have a family. And I got nothing. You know, I don't have a car. I don't have a license. I don't have a family. You know, not that really family is a big thing for me, because not really. You know, I like being alone. But like, it just seems almost impossible. I'm going on a tangent, am I? I get it, you know? I get it because I've been through it. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. I've been through hell. So I get it. Being depleted, having to deal with this condition that came out of nowhere. I have arthritis at a young age. I've been dealing with it since I was 16 years old. It makes it so hard to work, to function. When it gets in your wrist, it's a non-ceasing kind of pain. I got that big brother energy and vibe. That's probably why I'm so patient. you know, because I get it. I come from the struggle. I'm still in the struggle. I know what it is. We all have our demons. We all have battles we face. We don't like battles we don't talk about. I got battles I never talk about. I got so many battles I never talk about. I'm like, yo, am I crazy? And it makes me feel really good that I can, just speaking on my experience, can resonate with someone else, you know? I feel lonely because of the struggle. I mean, I get that too. Because, like, you go and you express, like, you express to your parents that, oh, I don't have money and stuff like that because inflation, the job market is terrible, the housing market is terrible, and they're like, what are you spending your money on? You don't know how to save your money. This, that. It's your fault that you're in this situation. You know, these jobs should be paying us to live. But no, they're underpaying everybody. We're all like, suffering. We're all begging for scraps. Because it's like, they don't pay you enough. If you work in food service, they really underpay you. Because they're like, oh, tips are gonna fill the void. That's how they do things where I am. Tips are gonna fill the void. And tips are not guaranteed. So you're making $13, $14 an hour. And every 2 weeks you're getting maybe $600, almost $700. You're probably getting like almost $800. That's nothing. To someone who's new to working and they get like $800 or whatever, like, they feel good, man. They feel good. Like when I started working and I got my first check and it was like over $100, I was like, oh man, this is good. This is great. But you get $100 for a long time, and then that increases to like $600 to $800, right? And then you realize the stuff you had to use it for, it becomes nothing. You look at that $600 and it's just like, or $700, however much you get paid, and you're just like, oh. That's gonna be gone in 2 days. No matter if you show people, no matter if you tell people, most of them ain't gonna listen to you unless they're from this generation. If they're from the older generation, they ain't gonna listen to you. One time I got to work and I was bombarded with my bosses telling me to save my money because I didn't have money for an Uber to get to work. I felt bad the whole day. Like, save your money, save your money. How in the world are you gonna make money if you can't keep it? They don't even give you time to speak. They just assume that they know everything. So I understand feeling lonely when you have so much to say, but you feel like you can't even say it. You feel alone. I felt alone for a long time. In my own house, I still live with my parents. I should be out by now. I should. But I'm not. A lot of people in this generation, they're staying with their parents because they cannot afford to live. They cannot afford to live. Like, what are we gonna do? You know? I can take this filter off. It's a lot more colorful then. Yeah, like, you can't afford it. And people call you selfish if you don't want kids. Like, you're supposed to have kids. You're supposed to continue your lineage. And I'm like, do you think anyone can afford that right now? Oh, y'all are just selfish. You're just selfish. How are you selfish for not wanting kids? I've told my parents, I don't want no kids. I can't afford it. I can't afford kids. And plus, again, I like being alone. And given how a lot of people are these days, dating is terrible. You just like, I'd just rather be alone. I don't want to marry. I can't even keep my life going by myself. How can I take care of someone I choose to love? It's a huge pain. Exactly. I get to think about it sometimes. I'm like, it would be cool to have a significant other. Like, that would be cool. But it's like, when I get to that point, it scares me. It scares me. Because it's like, think about it, because a lot of people think about the idea and they don't think about actually being in it, because it actually, like, thinking about it and actually being in it are two different things. They are two different things. So they're playing with emotions. Bro, I went on a date with this girl. I spent $50 on her Uber to get here. Paid for her food. And $50 for her to go back home. Granted, I don't even really like this girl. We're just friends. You know? That was well over $100. Almost $200. And I'm like, because I paid for my food too. So that was almost $200. I was like, I'm not doing that again. Exactly. Yep. Not to mention all my other obligations. Because if I miss my obligations, especially when it comes to rent, because I pay $300 every month for, like, to my parents to rent here. They call it rent. I'm literally paying them to stay here. And if I miss it, I have to make up for it. So I'm charged more. So I can't opt out of paying it. It has happened before. I went to a convention. I ended up spending all my money, but I had fun. You know, I got to meet some cool VAs. I got to meet some cool VAs. I bought some stuff. And it was expensive. I went with some friends and my brother. We had a good time. It was fun. But I ended up running out of money. My dad snapped at me because I had forgot to pay the rent. I forgot to pay the rent that, you know, it's $150 every pay period. So that equals up to $300 a month. So I told him, oh, I forgot, you know. I had forgot because I was at a con. I wasn't thinking. I was having a good time, you know. He got mad at me and told me the only reason I make money is for my mother, so we can pay bills. In a sense, it's like you don't get to use your money for what you want. It is for bills. That is the only reason you make money. And that stuck with me. Ever since then, I pay rent on time. That's like the first thing I do before I do anything. Like, I'll get stuff here and there. Like, this mic I'm using, a couple of vinyls. Like, I have some merch around my room, but I don't get that stuff very often because I can't. You know, I got paid on Tuesday. I probably have like $200 or so left. $200 and something left. Out of that whole paycheck after doing everything. So I'm thinking, like, I need to find a way to make money. I need to do this. I need to do that. And it's just, it's tiresome. It's borderline cumbersome. You know, this girl I don't even like that, but she really likes me. She really, really likes me. Like, it's undeniable. She has stated it many times, and I've told her, like, I don't want a relationship or anything like that. We're just cool friends, you know. She can't really take no for an answer. But, like, I got in an argument with my folks because, like, there was an incident, you know, with a car, and they had to use a rental car, and they were on the way to return it because it was a day to return it. So my dad decides to get drunk. So it's not that safe to drive. And then he starts yelling at me and my brothers. You know, because, like, oh, you can't help your mom. You can't help your mom. This had nothing to do with us. So the next day, I hit this girl up. Mind you, the reason I have her number is because we've been friends for a long time, like well over 15 years. So I hit this girl up. I was like, remember when we talked about moving in together? Out of pure convenience for both of us, because, you know, she's trying to get out of her place because some stuff happened there. I won't get into it. And obviously I want to move out on my own, right? So we agreed on it, you know? I told my friends how she is, and, you know, my friends are like, yeah, that's a bad idea. And it probably is. It most likely is a bad idea. I don't know what to do at this point. I got no money. I can't save money. I gotta do something to break this loop. And this is what I mean when I said earlier, I fail to trust the process because this person is I'm scared. And I have a problem with not being as blunt as I should, even though I've straight up told this person that I don't want to be with them multiple times. Tired of waiting on just waiting on stuff to happen. I need to do something. I feel like I need to do something, even if it's a bad decision. So I'm conflicted because it's like, am I getting myself in a bad situation by doing this? Or is this the move I need to make? So it's hard. Just to get off my parents' leash. Just so I can live my own life. Just so I can be free. So I get it. Completely. Feeling lonely and tired of your circumstances. You just want to do anything to get out of it. I feel like my house is not a home. I feel like it's a prison. Well, me and all my brothers, I have 2 other brothers, we all agree that we need to get out. Little brother has a plan, but me and my older brother, we don't. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. that means a lot to me. That my experience, it resonates with someone else, you know? Racist. Hey, Bill. First thing you say in chat is racism. That's crazy. But yeah, it's, man. I try and be as honest as I possibly can. And that might make people not interested in what I have to say. Because I don't like saying stuff I don't actually believe in. You know? I'm not gonna say this because it will get me a ton of views or whatever. You know? I try my best to just say how I feel. I have no idea. What? Bro, that's just you in general, bro. That is you in general. Oops. I gotta work on this more later. But, you know, back to what I was saying before, I'm glad that, you know, what I said has, it helps someone not feel alone. Because I know, a lot of people feel alone, you know, in their own struggles. Bro, no one's going through this but me, you know. Trust me, there's so many people going through the same thing, you know. There's so many people that are, you know, this makes me think about a song I made. Hold on. This makes me think about a song I made. And this encapsulates this so perfectly. I'm not good at rapping. Don't judge me.
Hey, I know it's hard to sleep at night. Those thoughts linger across your mind. You're struggling to keep a smile. You haven't cried in a while. You remember all the times things were simple when you had principles. Now you just look at the window at night, wondering where all the time had went. You feel neglected, rejected, and
How you doing, Bo?
of other people. You wonder, what did you do wrong to get thrown under the table? They don't even feed you the crumbs no more. You got distance in your family, and the dynamic just ain't hitting like it used to, but you still love them. There's always fights and deep intensity. It's unneeded, so you wanna leave immediately. Out here trying to move with no money.
Why can't you see out of
back into
one
old
eye?
habits
What
because you
happened?
want something. You You don't know where you are and you're always depressed. You feel the scars and your mental never takes a rest. You don't know how to relax. It's all the song, you're going through the struggle. But remaining humble is fleeting in doubles. It's hard to hold on. It's hard to hold on. I know you're hanging in there. I know it's hard. You're going through the struggle. Going through the struggle. You're going through the struggle. You're going through the struggle. Oh man. Hang on in there. Gotta hang in there. You're going through the struggle. Going through the struggle. The struggle. Through the struggle. Yeah, the struggle. Be hitting me up like triple doubles. Like hoes in the cells, stuff keeps happening. And I'm scared I'll make my dad matter if I do something out of order. I don't want my mom to get in the middle of it. I love my fam, I just worry about it, that's all. I tend to ask myself questions about
I have this
the
whole
future,
album
like how am I going to afford
on
this
YouTube.
move? Or how am I gonna get a better job? And the likes. I'm always stuck in a bad mood. Should probably talk to God. I'm struggling in my mental, but you know that I'm trying my best to hit the climax.
The fact that you
Just
can do
want
that is
us
crazy.
to be a happy family like we used to be. I just wanna get them out of poverty. We all have our problems, me included, but I'm tired of seeing my family struggle. Bills are already double. Bills are costing
It'll probably
trouble.
clear up in a
As they
little while.
turn
I've had that
into
issue
novels.
before.
As they size and double. I'm trying
kinda
to rap,
scary.
hoping it pays off. Trying to draw and do other things I love in hopes it goes a mile. Trying my best out here, and sometimes I feel like it'll never work out. I know I'm struggling, but I refuse to bow out. I gotta go to work at 9, and I know I'll be tired. But this passion for creation keeps me wired. The struggle keeps me alive. Yeah, this is the struggle, nigga. The struggle, nigga. I know you're hanging in there. In there. I know it's hard. You're going through the struggle. You're going through the struggle. Hang on in there. Going through the struggle. The struggle.
Like, that doesn't surprise me that you can type with your eyes closed. Bro, I've seen you on stream, right? I've seen you on stream talk to chat normally and play a high skilled mustache level with a keyboard. Like, how do you do that? You have a good one. And no problem. It wasn't that hard. What do you mean? What does that mean? It's not that hard. Well, I guess it's not hard to you, but put yourself in my shoes. Like, given my own condition, it makes it hard. One second. Oh, hey, Russ. Oh, man. How you doing? What's everyone else up there? I guess everyone's just still doing their own thing. Or sleeping. It felt nice, you know. Hey, Teal, what's up? Discord is going to implode itself, probably. Discord is probably going to implode itself. That might happen, actually. I have a stoat as well. So if Discord does, like, go down the drain, I have that as a backup. You know, everything comes to an end at some point. And I don't know. A huge part of me wants to apply for disability. So I don't really work as much. And I can just focus on stuff. Do it. I was talking to my aunt yesterday and she was like, you should probably do that. Like, you should probably do that. Both Twitter and Discord will not stop digging their own grave. It's only a matter of time. The embassy about to be raided too. The embassy about to be raided too. It's only a matter of time. Shoot, man. I know it get to a point where I can't really work all that much, but man, it would help. You know? Especially with finding a home, and like I would hope that I get a lot for it, you know? Because my brother, I think he gets $1,200, $300 for his, and he doesn't work he doesn't work as much. Bro, I know the whole thing about everything I make is like, I literally just make it. But that would help. So I'm not doing everything on my own, really. Yeah, everybody's gonna cancel Discord Nitro. I'm pretty sure with Stoat, you can, like, do all the stuff you can with Nitro for, like, free. And I just hope Stoat is successful. Because a lot of alternatives, they come up and they don't really last very long because, like, people don't want to migrate. So they end up going extinct. In today's economy, you need all the help you can get. Yeah. And that's why I was thinking, like, I know it's a bad idea to, like, move in with this person, but it's like, they know more about being on their own than me, and I can learn a lot from that, They've been on their own for a few years now, so they've learned a lot, I'd be freer then. The only problem is, the lovey-dovey BS. Yeah. Disability. Wait, can you get... I wonder if you can get disability and, like... Because you get disability and Social Security. That might be, like, much. But, like, I would have to look into that. But, like, I for sure need peace of mind. And, like, working, I won't work as much, but I'd still get money I can add to it. So I would be making more money. And I would be able to save money as well. Like, it would be better than just working, only to get like $700 every 2 weeks. That's not gonna last me a long time. So, I'll do that. Because I'll be honest, tired of working. Like, I'm tired of, I'm not tired of working, but I'm tired of working these long periods, 5 days a week, only to get scraps like only to get scraps, and like it's just a repeated cycle. I do. I do. I really do. Like, shoot, I called out today. Like, I didn't go in because it's like I can't even really work right now. Like, people will literally tell me, like, they'll be like, oh, I see you in here every day. You're probably making all the money. And I'm like, eh? So yeah, I'll try with that. Can I still get a license with that? I probably can. I have to look into it. I'll look into it. Because just how things are going right now is... we're never gonna get anything down with how things are going now. Oh, you can? Okay, that's good. Because I still want to get my license. I still want to get that. Get a car, drive, and just save freaking money. should probably find someone to raid. I got some things I need to do. I'm probably gonna raid menu. No problem. I know this was a bit of a more depressing one, but like I did this wrong. Let's just start it done. Oh, he changed his name. Okay. Okay. Right. See you guys later. Oh my gosh, stop making me highlight everything. All right. You guys have a good one. I will see you guys later. Bye.